They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Cobb. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Guys, let's just think for a second about Kansas State. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a three-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Pass play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking left. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So TCU's offense has the ball for the first time. They're led by a sensational signal caller. And, Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone to try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after.
And I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much.
He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 30. He's at the touchdown, TCU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Dropping back, it's Cobb. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
I think because of where they are on the field right now, close to midfield, made that decision a whole lot easier for the head coach to decide to go for it on that 4th down.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. This quarterback part of their running game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and the first down. On the option. Now the toss. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. And the Wildcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Leaves it with the running back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They go to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun. Give on the inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Release to the back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Floats it out in space. Shakes off the defender. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And the Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Pulls it in. It's Vance. There he goes. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. A designed run for the quarterback. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And they stop him short of the goal line. They'll mark it at 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Louisiana. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Give to the big fullback. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the left. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to the ground with the running back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught over the middle. It's Tuggle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Smith dropping to pass. Quickly complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got his man downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, TCU.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Cobb. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the 1st half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the 1st half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Motion from the wideout. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's picked off at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be...
Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Find some fresh air. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Smith wants to throw. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Got a man. It's Taylor. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. To the ground with the back. Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Smith dropping to pass. It's complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The give to the tailback. Fights off a defender.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the stomping has commenced. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get Hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown.
Looking downfield, it's Cobb.
They're trailing by 14 to USC. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Tuggle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's Cobb. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run. The give to the running back from the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Kansas State in business in the red zone. They'll give it to him again. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive, and he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Give to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Smith wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fakes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. That's reeled in. It's Booker. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Horned Frogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Catch in the middle. It's Shelton. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Smith dropping to pass. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Pulls it, fires complete. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Working that wide receiver screen. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. It's on target and complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. To throw, it's Cobb. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And some room to work. Got the first down and more. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Smith wants to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Got it in the middle. It's Tuggle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Brings up 2nd down.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.